Hey, welcome.
Hey,
Hello.
Mark. Can everyone hear us okay?
Welcome, everybody.
If you can hear us, say something in the chat.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hear you, Alex.
All right.
Hopefully we're off to a good start here.
It's like you're in the next room, but you're not really. I think everybody can hear us.
Cool.
People are just a little shy in the chat. Or they're, yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Awesome. How's everyone doing today?
I think almost Friday for most of us. So I think I'll speak for everybody. It's almost Friday. We're doing great. Looking forward to the weekend.
What are you going to do this weekend, Alex?
Looking forward to the weekend to build out some incredible product pages using Shogun Page Builder.
There you go.
BFC. I'm getting in the rest right now because come November, whew, busy.
Yeah, it's going to get crazy for sure. Definitely got to get ourselves all prepared for that.
Yeah.
I want to capitalize on that holiday special.
Are you going to capitalize using our heading element or our rich text element?
You know what? That's a great question, Alex. Let's just use both.
Okay. Let's make it heading class 1. Great for SEO.
You bet.
Okay, so it's been now a couple of minutes. I think we got most of the people in. Should we begin?
Yeah, I think it's a good time to begin. People, again, if they trickle in or if you're not here right at the start, we will have a recording of this that you can view afterwards. So no worries if you're a little bit late or, if you want to watch this again later. Welcome to our webinar number 9 of our Shogun Page Builder webinar series. This one is on optimizing your store's product pages for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Cool, get started. Today our hosts are myself, Kaylin, and Alex as well, our support team lead and customer success manager here at Shogun Page Builder. And this week we're going to go over image and video best practices, increasing page speed, building anticipation with countdown timers, streamlining your layout and design, building product waitlists, providing social proof, and improving conversions. Again, all to prepare you for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so you can get your product pages to look and work as best as they can. So first, with images and video, we're going to go over how to make your images and video look great by going edge to edge. How to use your YouTube and Vimeo videos, and control over sizing of the frame. And Alex will be demonstrating this all after I kind of go through these slides here. So no worries, we'll go into this a bit more in depth. Improving your page speed. So utilizing things within Shogun, like you're lazy loading your images, not using too many device-specific elements as to overload the page with elements. And like our automatic image compression, we'll kind of explain how that works and how that affects your page speed. Building hype with countdown timers. So really good for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or any type of sale. For building anticipation by alerting customers for upcoming deals. So letting them know, like, we got X amount of days until the sale goes live. Great if you combine it with the scheduling feature that we have within Shogun. So right as that countdown timer hits 0, you can actually have your page automatically scheduled out with those sales and discounts. And of course, creates a great sense of urgency for anything. So you can have this discount's only available for another 24 hours, and you can have that countdown timer that shows, this is going to be gone in 24 hours, so that people know, okay, I need to buy now before this goes back to normal or before it's sold out, or whatever it might be. And we got some examples of great layout and design, as you guys know. Lisa using Shogun. This is kind of just an example of something they've done. So we'll see that their product page is sort of how it looked before, and some adjustments they made to it. And you can see Lisa saw a 30% increase in a conversion rate and a 20% increase in average order value after streamlining their website. So yeah, some of the key takeaways is the clean and simple image placement. So you'll see here that it really expands out towards the page. A little bit easier to see the product, and looks a little bit better in that sense. Easy to see social proof on the page there. Noticeable call to action, really easy, and colorful add to cart button that stands out on the page. Just a really clean description, title, price, everything is just nicely laid out there. Cool. Building waitlists. So really good if you want to use like our form element, especially to retain lost customers. So if a customer comes on your page during BFCM and maybe your product's already sold out, you don't want to lose that opportunity to make a sale with that customer. You could collect their email address and let them know when that's back in stock. And it's also a good way, of course, to build your mailing list for interested buyers. And social proof. So yeah, on your product page, on your pages, adding testimonials, reviews, social posts, so people have that sense that other people are buying, other people are happy, and they can trust that it's going to be a great product. Also, of course, use third-party apps if you have third-party apps, and we can sort of explain how that can be used on a Shogun product page. And overall improving conversions. So making sure you're using our A/B testing features and analytics, to make sure that you're getting the most out of your product pages, your pages, so that you're getting as many conversions as possible. Using related products. So putting related products on your product page so that if someone is interested in another product you have, you can increase your average order value or make some more sales. And schedule content releases so that all of your products are being released at the optimal time and you're able to make as many sales as possible. Cool. So those are all the things that we're going to go over here with you as we're just sort of building up a product page. I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Alex now so he can kind of get you started and give you a bit more in-depth on all the things that I just talked about.
Thank you so much, Kaylin, for that. And yeah, we're going to cover quite a bit of different tools that we have available there, as you saw, to help you streamline that product page. And so right now what I'm showing you, I'm just going to bounce between a couple of screens to start off here. But right now what I'm showing you is how my product page looks, built by my theme. And so it's very straightforward, right? Buy it now, add to cart. I got two buttons here. That's great. My variant image selector, my variant selector, right? So we're going to be working off of this layout. Depending on the platform that you use, you can build your layout completely from scratch, or you can edit the layout using different drop downs. So now I'm going to stop screen sharing here, and I'm going to bounce and show you the page editor screen. Share screen, Chrome tab, Shogun. Right. So now you can see my actual Shogun page editor screen. Right, Kaylin? Yeah,
we can see it. Also, if you have any questions along the way while Alex is demonstrating this, please just throw those right into the chat. I can answer your questions here while he's giving his demonstration. So keep them coming.
Right on. Thank you. And you might also be wondering, like, Alex, we have hundreds, thousands of products. How are we going to be able to edit all of these different products and stuff like that? A great strategy, if you have thousands of products, is to choose some hero products, right? Choose 3, 4, 5 hero products that you know are going to be in the highest demand. Edit those products ahead of time. Use that A/B testing to figure out the best kind of design layouts, the best tweaks and color schemes, wording, image placement, and then you're able to implement like a theme-wide change after the fact. Of course, if you have 20, 30 products, this is something that you're able to implement across all those pages using snippets, and you could just drag and drop those snippets. I'll show you later on how to do that, so that you're able to quickly, update all the pages. So right now, the layout design that I'm using is not building the page from scratch, because I want to make sure that pretty much everybody sees how this is all done. I'm going to be using the existing layout. And what you'll notice, first thing, is that we have a element above the product description and the product box here. We have an element above, we have an element below, and we can actually insert an element within where the product description would be. Again, this is depending on the platform that you're on. If you're on a platform where you don't have the above element or the below one, and all you have is within the product description, you can still turn this into a long form sales page and implement a lot of the tools that we're going to be showing you here, a lot of the features, simply by dragging and dropping a section and making it full width. And then when you make it full width, now you pretty much have the entire page to work with. Below the original product box. So now you can start implementing some of the changes that we're recommending. So to start off with, the first thing I will be doing is I'll be adding a hero banner to this page. And again, keep in mind, if you're building it from scratch, you won't see the product layout. I'm just showing it dual purpose here to even show you how it looks before and after, right? All on one page. So I'll go ahead and add a section. I'll add a nice image to this section. my previously uploaded media. Fantastic. This is, again, great for co-working. We'll add my runner in here, and we'll go ahead and add an overlay effect to that, right? Darken that image up a little bit. We'll go ahead and make the section a little bigger because I want to be able to fit some text and a countdown timer in here to create a sense of urgency. So the text I'll be adding, right? And I'll add capital next sale begins, right? We'll make it nice and big. Roboto text. If you have your own custom text, you can use the the rich text editor and import your own custom text into the page. But for this demo, we'll do this, and we'll go and make it a nice blue. Cool. And we'll make it heavy bold, and we'll make it big text. Next sale begins. And then we'll add our countdown timer. Right. Perfect. We'll make it large. We'll make the text color red like our shoes, and it, hopefully creates a sense of urgency here. Now, whenever the sale is actually set to go, you're going to want to choose that date for it. So next sale begins on such and such day. Very cool. And now within our section itself, I'm going to use our footer bar here and select the section. I'm going to add a little bit of padding just to give some space to that text that's in there, right? Next sale begins in 10 hours, 47 minutes, 31 seconds. This is an excellent way to create a sense of urgency for a page. Now what we can do is we can start building out our new product box. And the way we can do that, again, we can just drag and drop a product box onto the page. We'll select the product that we want to work with. How cool, red shoes right here. Select a variant. And now everything that we do within this product box is going to be dynamically linked to the product. So we'll drag and drop a column. We can add our product image from the left-hand side there. And we can actually make it bigger, right? We want people to see our detail of our product. We can make it bigger. We can make it smaller, however we want. We have that kind of control with Shogun Page Builder. Right? And now we can start adding our product title on the left here. We'll align it left. We can add our product reviews, right? This is going to look fantastic. Say we want all these product reviews later on. Right now, we just want to show our collection page stars, right? The average star rating on these shoes. So we're going to add that to the top here underneath, make it nice and prominent. This builds that social proof that Kaylin was talking about, which is increasingly important to shoppers nowadays. We can go ahead and add our price. Pardon me, that happens. Simple undo, drag and drop that there. We can make it a little bigger, not 180,000 font. Okay, cool. And then we can add a little bit of a product description. And actually, what I'll do really quick, I've pre-built a set of tabs here, and I'm going to be just grabbing that really quick. I appreciate everybody's patience. I'll go ahead and create a snippet. You can't see what I'm doing now, but you'll see it in a quick second. All right, so we'll save our work, and I'll refresh the page. And now I have a new snippet to show you. Saved tabs, right. So now I'm going to drag and drop our tabs into the wrong spot. There she goes. Why is it doing that? I think I copied a bunch more than I needed to, but that's fine, right? So really cool set of tabs here. Details, product description, looks great. I've got a returns policy. I've got shipping policy here. People are able to get all the information that they need. It'd be great if you had like a fax on your page as well, either within this area or below it. At the end of the day, what I don't want people to do, and what you're not going to want people to do, is to start searching around for answers. You want to be able to answer the most common questions on that product page so that people can purchase immediately. They don't have to leave the page in order to make a purchase. We'll go ahead and copy our blue here. And then we can add a beautiful add to cart. underneath all this, right? We can make our background of that add to cart this blue so that it stands out. We can make it full width. We can change our font size and style so that it matches. 900. Wow, that'll be nice and bold. And then 25, maybe even bigger, right? So that it really pops out. And then we could add some padding around it too. A little bit of more padding on the top and bottom. So say 20. Perfect. So now this add to cart button is looking really sharp, and we can add a little bit of a margin to it here, 10 pixels, let's say. Right. So simply just visually by looking at this, what we have here is a very different experience for our shopping, for our clients, right? First off, bigger product image. They're able to see greater amount of detail. We are able to include also like the image gallery, right? If we wanted to, so that people can switch between the product images and it would update up here. They've got a much clearer call to action through the add to cart. And by the way, we can absolutely organize this a little bit differently so that it all lines up a little bit better. For example, I can just go ahead and drop a second column underneath all this, right? I'll use my toggle drop zones to make sure that that column is within the product box. And now I can add my add to cart right underneath it, and it will make sure that it lines up with my product image gallery. Boom. And we'll remove our drop zones. And now we see that it all fits really well together. And so the call to action is clear. It's always visible when people are bouncing between these tabs. The social proof, it's available here. We are able to add a video to the page, nice and straightforward. Drag and drop the video element. It doesn't have to be full screen, right? Especially considering the resolution now, because when you're uploading it to YouTube video or your own third-party hosting service, you need to consider the resolution that you're uploading your video. And that directly correlates to the size that you're going to be displaying it. So if it's not very high def video, if you don't need it to be a high def video, you can actually go ahead and play around with the maximum width settings here. So we can make like an 800 maximum width pixel video box, and we can center that, right? So now our product video could be something to showcase, you know, how it's made. Let's say, let's show people using the running shoe. Let's show it from the different angles. Let's show how it looks in real life, the dimensions, how it sits on somebody's foot, right? Or whatever it might be, real use case scenarios. So you have an opportunity with your product video to really sell and to add that sizzle to the product itself, right? So you can add your product video here. You can continue and add more. We can go ahead and just add like another column if we wanted to center this video into that. All right, and then we can start adding more in-depth product reviews. How's everything looking so far for you, Kaylin?
Good. Just answering questions here in the chat. It's looking really great there, Alex. You keep it up. Perfect.
Nice. I'm glad you guys are liking it. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you how this is doable. Okay, off the top of your head, what am I missing here, Kaylin? Let me take a look. Let's see what else is important. Countdown timer, page speed. Oh yeah, so keep in mind too with the page speed, right? As soon as we go ahead and publish this product page is lazy loaded. If you add any kind of static imagery, right, from our elements, those images are automatically turned into WebP. So we're doing fantastic things for the SEO. And then using our 3 dots on the top right corner, we're able to access our page settings. And so through page settings, now what we want to make sure that we're doing is we're entering our SEO information. So we're going to be giving a proper meta title, meta description. This is informing the web page, like it's informing the search engine, pardon me, what the purpose of this web page is. So that's very important for you to do. It's very important for you to make sure that you're inputting any other kind of SEO information that we have available. Again, this is all dependent on the platform. If you have this, fill it out. It's super important. If somebody shares your page through social media, then they will, you can control how that is shared and how it looks when it's shared. And here what we can do is we can even remove the spacing between it. Okay, let me take a look here. Right, and then below all this, if we wanted to, say we wanted our customer reviews to be separate from all this. Okay, so we'll drag and drop that there. Now we can start building a form to collect user information, right? So we can put our video on the left side, our product video, and we'll go ahead and drop a form box. All right, we'll name our form, waitlist, let's say, or future sales, whatever it is you want to name it. Send your submission, not to support at Shogun, okay? Enter your own email in there. I wonder if people forget to fill this out, how many emails we get with forms. Probably not, eh? I don't think you've come across that, have you, Kaylin? Probably not.
Say that one more time.
If people forget, this is by default here, support at Get Shogun. Have you ever found it that you get anybody's form submissions sent to support if they forget to email this? Or
That's a great question. I don't know that it does. I think that they have to change it in order for the form to be set up. I think it just doesn't. Yeah, because I've never had that. I remember thinking the same thing though when I first added the form box. So,
right,
but yeah, make sure to add your email into your form box. Of course, if you choose not to, I actually think you can maybe leave it blank. But you also have it, of course, in your data collections in your dashboard, so you can always get your CSV there as well.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. And then what we can do is we can, enter our heading text right into this. So notice that I could just drag and drop any element into the form box itself, right? So I just added a heading text in there, and I can make it like join our mailing list for discounts, right? Discounts. You can use the blue writing as well, keep it all branded, or we can make it red, whatever you want. And now we can go ahead and add our form elements. So for example, we could add our form inputs, all right, text input. This would be your name. I will duplicate that. We'll say your email. We'll change it to email address, right? And then we can find out more information as well. Right, so using a drop-down menu, we could say like, where did you see this kind of thing? And then people are able to say like Facebook ad, right? Or friends or whatever you might want to use, right? So that way people are able to use a drop-down menu, and you can collect much more specific information depending on your needs, right? So we're creating our waitlist here. We'll go ahead and add a submit button. Right, we'll keep that branded. Right, we'll position it to the left, and we'll add a reCAPTCHA. How fun is that? And of course, you do have to set that up. By the way, by popular demand, right? Has everybody noticed the fact that we have a CAPTCHA in there now? We've heard the masses ask for it, and our very talented developer and engineer team was able to build that out. So very cool. Thank you for the suggestion, everyone.
So cool. I'm really glad to see that there. It was definitely something people were asking for a lot.
All right. So now as people are able to submit their form information, they're able to purchase, they see all the customer reviews that we have available. We're also able to back that up by further adding testimonial information. And by the way, that's really fantastic too for your videos. If you have user-generated videos, feel free to add them too, right? Because that's great. You're showing your product, and you're showing real people use your product, and you can embed those into your page here. If you have any third-party apps for social proof, use the HTML element and embed those as well. And I'll just go ahead and use we have a pre-built content block actually for testimonials. So let me see, did I already pass it? No, here it is. All right. Here's a single testimonial. Drag and drop that into the page. It's already semi-branded. We'll use our blue. Cool. And instead of that, so that's the person, right? Victoria Walsh. Very cool. Somebody made up. So we covered pretty much everything that we said we would, I believe. Countdown timers, layouts, Fantastic. Easily noticeable call to action, right? Like that really stands out. And let's just compare this sales page now, right? 10 hours, we're going to show up. If we don't, we can fill out our information, get an additional discount code, purchase our product. We can, by the way, duplicate this, right? So we can add another add to cart further down here, right? Or create another call to action underneath it if we wanted to, so that people are able to purchase from wherever they are on the scroll. They don't have to go all the way back up to the top of the page. You can have more than one add to cart on the page. Let me take a look here. Yeah, the wait list, very cool. Social proof, we covered that. Any questions that are coming through that you want me to maybe walk through?
Sure. You actually you set up with the reviews. That was one of the questions. Is, can I have reviews at a different section with all the comments? So you addressed that. They did just ask, if I click on the 5-star reviews, like if you scroll up the page.
Scroll up the page. Yep.
If you scroll up your page there, Alex, in the editor that you have on stream.
Oh, am I not in the right page? Okay, sorry about that.
No worries. Okay. Yeah, so where the 5-star reviews are, you just click on that for a second. Is there a way to link that? The reviews there? I don't think so, right? No. So yeah, you wouldn't be able to use this reviews section to, like, if you clicked on it, that would go down to the others part. But what you can do is set up anchors. So you could put the reviews in a section and make that whole section clickable. I don't know if you maybe want to demonstrate that.
Absolutely.
Cool.
So this section, now I just added a section above it, and I can make entire section clickable, URL, wherever you want, .com. I don't know where that leads. And then we'll go ahead and drag and drop that in there. And now it's clickable, right? So that
and you can set it up so that this is clickable, so that it anchors to another place on the page. We have a help center document on how to do this. It's really quite simple. You just basically create an HTML element that has like a hashtag that adds to the end of the URL. So yeah, now that entire section is clickable, if someone clicked it and you added that anchor to the other spot on your page, then it will drag them down there automatically. It just goes to that point on the page.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if coding was that easy?
Right. I'll provide the help center document here for you, so you can. It's really not too complicated. So let me just grab that here for you. That makes sense. Just let me know if you have any questions about that.
What a great question. Thank you for asking that.
A really great question. Okay. Cool. Can we duplicate this for more than the product page?
Yeah. So here's the cool thing, right? We go ahead and now we look at how everything is built. If we wanted to, all we have to do is take a section, maybe start this off right from the bat. But you go ahead and you add everything that we just built into a single section. So we'll go ahead and take that product box, put it right into the section that I just added. Right. Perfect. We'll take this column. Actually, that's all within the section. That's all within it. Right. So now what we can do, using our breadcrumbs, we'll select the original section. We'll create a snippet of it. Right. So whole page snippets. Right? Because as you're familiar, we can't use templates with product pages, but we can use a whole page snippet. And so if we, accidentally delete everything or start from a brand new page, all we have to do is go to our snippet section, pull out the whole page snippet, drag and drop it, and make sure that we're updating to the new product, right? So if this was built using our red shoes, well, let's go ahead and update with blue shoes, right? So blue shoes. Right. Okay, red shoes, white shoes, black shoes. How many different kinds of shoes do I have here? I don't have blue shoes. Cool. So here's my black shoes, and check it out. It keeps all the formatting, right? Image, title, price, gives me the new updated reviews for that, right? Changes my product image gallery. The only thing I need to make sure is that my description still makes sense, that all the static stuff that I've built out makes sense. Make sure that you've got the appropriate video for it. But this is a mile and a half ahead on a 2-mile race, right? Because like all of a sudden now you've got 90% of this done. By the way, mile and a half on a 2-mile is not 90%, but you're 90% of the way there. You just need to make sure that minor details are now updated. But in terms of your branding, everything looks the same. It looks great. In terms of the kind of content that you want to have there, you're already set up. You just need to do a little bit of work to finish it off, and then you're good. And you can use those snippets across any of the pages, right? So now you can actually apply it to any of your landing pages. You can apply it to collection page if you want. Imagine a collection page or a category page if you wanted to focus in on a couple of those hero products, right? Before they are able to see the product grid, or after they're able to see the product grid, you're able to apply that as well.
Awesome. Thanks for demonstrating that. Yeah. And just also, of course, this is just like a rough example of what you can do. You can, of course, use all of these different things that Alex was talking about in so many different ways. There's so many ways to apply it to your page. So, really get creative with that and see what you can come up with.
Got it.
Cool. Any other questions here?
Thumbs up if people liked it. I don't know if you can do a thumbs up in the chat, actually.
There's a little emote. I think you can do a thumbs up. Yeah, I just gotta find it.
Nice. And actually, something that we didn't cover here, by the way, this enables you to also add other cool information here. Like sometimes people have apps for this, but you can also just add your own notification bar at the top, right? So what we can do now is we can add like a bar, right? And now we can say something like free shipping on all domestic orders, right? So we can do free shipping on all domestic orders, right? So now we're able to build this out even more, right? As a sales tool, we can add a column to this, pull our text in here, right? Add 0 distance between it, make it 3. Check this out. This is so cool, right? So I'm resizing our columns. I'm making the text run right across. Watch this. And now I'm going to add a button, right? Learn more. Imagine add to cart right now in the notification bar, add to cart. But yeah, you can actually just go ahead and create a button that says learn more, right? And then what will you hyperlink to? Maybe your shipping section on the page with an add to cart underneath it. Who knows? Whatever you want, right? So this is how powerful this is to be able to be used, right? Your imagination is the limit here. We give you the tools to build it.
Absolutely. We just had Martin in the chat. How did you create snippet out of all the content? Do you just want to sort of maybe demonstrate that again real quick? Also, keep in mind, Martin, we have we have lots of webinars in this webinar series. We actually go super in depth on snippets and page types in one of ours as well. So if you wanted to learn even more about those features, you can watch us demonstrate that for about 30 minutes. But yeah, Alex, if you wanted to go over that.
Yeah, certainly. And I'll let you know too, snippets are very powerful in terms of time saving. So let me just get rid of this. I want to redesign this one really quick. But what we do is when you build everything out, it's up to you how you build your page, right? I'm not going to tell you to put everything in a section if you don't need to. But if you want to create a snippet of the entire page, then everything that you build needs to be layered inside one section, right? And it's pretty straightforward to add your content to that section. We just click on the thing that we want to move and we add it into the section, right? And then it's in there. So right now I just moved the heading text by accident, but you can use your breadcrumbs and say, okay, the heading is inside this section. And now we want to move that to the one we just built. Okay, cool. So once you have all your content in a single section, as I do right now, then what you can do is use your breadcrumbs to grab the original layer that everything is nested within, right? So I'm using my drop zones here, this button, toggle drop zones, so that I can make sure everything is nested within it. And once I make sure that's the case, then I'm able to click on create snippet, name it whatever I want, right? My new page. And now on any page that I'm working on, right? So I'm just going to delete this. Bye-bye. I'm able to drag and drop my new page, content, and there it is. Right? And now I can change my product to make sure it makes sense for what I was doing. right? So say it's my white shoes, or yeah, my white shoes, right? Cool. Now it's the white sneaks.
Awesome. Thanks for demonstrating that. Yeah, last thing Martin said here is it would be cool to be able to add PDF files to the products box without having to upload them and copy the link, especially for B2B. Not sure I'm 100% understanding of what you mean by that. Maybe for descriptions or...
That's a cool idea. And I think you can use like the HTML element to be able to embed a PDF file in there. I think you can do something like that. But that's more of a developer freelancer kind of question than something I can speak to. But I've seen people display PDF information using the HTML element.
Cool. Good to know. Hopefully that helps.
Thing is, though, it has to be uploaded somewhere, right? It's not going to display it right from your computer. You have to upload the PDF somewhere. It has to be hosted on some kind of cloud service. And then the HTML element is able to retrieve it from there and display it like an iframe. So yeah, you're going to want to make sure that that's the case.
Yeah, and that's something that we would support specifically, with coding related questions generally. That's something you would want to contact your developers about, or, freelancer like Alex was mentioning. But, we, of course, have the tools there to be able to provide that. Awesome. I think that's it for questions, unless anyone else has any other ones they want to ask before we end the show. Now's the time. Appreciate all the thumbs up. Thanks, guys, so much for enjoying.
Okay, fantastic. I can't see the screen of the thumbs up, but I'm happy to hear it. I'm glad everybody liked it.
There was a lot of thumbs up, yeah. Claps, some fist bumps, everyone's showing their creative there. Yeah, this is recorded. It will be available immediately after the show. So literally from the same link that you're on right now, you can just go there, and the recording will be available within like a minute of the show ending. And then you can also you can find all the rest of our webinars as well. I'm going to link this on our website at getshogun.com/webinars. I'm just going to go ahead and pull it up here and link that in the chat. Cool. And please, yeah, check out the rest of these things. If you found this one good, then hopefully you'll find some other good information on those other webinars as well.
Last thing, what's missing out of this is like some variant selectors and quantity selectors as well. So you can add that. Okay, we have those features as well, those elements. I just wanted to kind of point that out. There you go. Now people can the variant and the quantity as well.
You bet.
Hey, yeah. Happy selling, everybody.
If you think it should be there, it's probably there. And again, if anyone ever has questions outside of the webinar that come up while you're building these out, you want it to look like what Alex has here, please do just email us at support@getshogun.com. We're very happy to answer your questions and make sure things are working the way you expect. Katrin just asked, do you also offer webinars for optimizing collection pages and landing pages in general? We did do one on landing pages, did we not, Alex?
Yeah, I think? Yeah, we just had like how to build a page from scratch kind of thing. And the collection page, that's a fantastic recommendation.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to do that for a future webinar, how to make your collection page look special. And yeah, it's definitely something we could look at. I think it's every 2 weeks. We now do or is it every month that we now do a build a page webinars, Alex?
Depending on demand.
Depending on demand, yeah. So I think a couple weeks from now, I think it's October 15th.
Yeah.
We're doing one. So if you want to come around and ask some more questions or learn more about building pages, it'll be somewhat similar to this, but more focused just on beginner stuff, really. So yeah, we'll be doing that on October 15th. If anyone wanted to come and check that out. And yeah, we'll look at other ideas for webinars in the future. So keep those ideas coming.
You can still see my screen, right? Because this is really important. Speaking of our webinar schedule, let's speak about the scheduling of this stuff, right? Here's some after the credits extra footage for everybody that stuck around to watching this. Still part of the recording. But yeah, don't forget. So the next sale starts in 10 hours, but actual Black Friday, Cyber Monday starts in like a month and a bit, right? The 27th.
November 27th, yeah.
Yeah. So, we're not going to put, maybe you could, I don't know, 56 days and whatnot. You could do that. Or what you can do is actually you can save this and set it up as a future dated publishing, right? So instead of hitting publish right away, we can build our page ahead of time, right? And we'll click schedule. And now we can say publish the page a week before Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Let's start building a week or two. Let's start building up the hype, right? And then once our sale is over, we're going to revert, right? So once the Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale is over, say it's over on the December 13th or 7th or something like that, because then you got Christmas sales going in or holiday sales. You can actually choose page versions. Wow. So now I can actually go right back to my original product page if I want, right? And save my changes. And guess who just set up this entire page to be future dated published just in time for my sale. Now I can worry about other things and not worry about my product page being updated with the correct countdown timer, sale, content. We just did that. We scheduled it. And also we can do our A/B testing, right? So this is how we're talking about optimizing that page and improving your conversion rate. Well, we can start playing around with things when we're setting up our A/B test for click-through destinations, sales, add to carts. And we can start playing around with things like our button colors, our image placement, if we wanted to, because we have full control over this now, right? Maybe we want to test out our wording, who knows? So you can do that kind of thing and collect that data so that you're able to build better product pages for the future. Very cool.
Absolutely. And we have demonstrations on that as well, both the scheduling feature and A/B testing. I think it's actually all in one webinar that you can find as well on our webinars page. So if you want to learn more about that in depth, please check those out. We'll go into things quite clearly so you know exactly how to do that. Last question here, Martin asks, how about buy now button for a quick checkout? We actually don't have a buy now functionality within Shogun. However, your e-commerce platform might have what's called checkout links. And those are basically like preloaded checkout links with the products already added to cart. So you could potentially build those out and just add that URL to a button so that that product is already added to cart and they go directly to checkout. So that's quite easy to do with those checkout links. The only downside to that is it is a separate button from the product box that you're using. So that could potentially be bad, for example, for A/B testing. Since A/B testing, if you're doing an add to cart test, then that only works for the Shogun add to cart button inside of a product box. So that would be the downside to doing so. And it also wouldn't be dynamic, right? So you have to also change the link if you had like a different product that you wanted to have added to cart. If you did this for multiple product pages, you have to get that new checkout link each and every time. So yeah, something to keep in mind. If you do have more questions about that, please reach out to our support. That's something we can definitely help you out with. And well, hopefully we can help you out with, depending on what platform you're on.
Cool.
I think that's it. I think that all the questions are answered for now. Again, guys, please, all your questions to support@getshogun.com. We're always happy to answer, and happy that you enjoyed the webinar. We're going to sign off. Thanks again, Alex, for showing off how to build that page.
Thank you, everybody, for attending. It means the world to us.
Yeah, take care, everyone.